Hello, listener. Okay. So are we recording now?
Yes, we're recording now.
Okay. Okay. All right. Should we just hit the theme because we just lost possibly the last bit, which was a lot funnier than this. So let's
True,
go.
true. Let's go.
I like how I saw Ray pop a Ron Burgundy it like halfway through that. You were like,
It felt like the natural thing to do.
Okay, we're back, baby. Yeah. So we spent the last 3 years filming a documentary, which was lost in a mysterious and not remotely suspicious warehouse fire.
I hear it might have been an oily rag that caused it.
Yeah, I know that's a very common occurrence. So today I'm joined by my co-host Steph and Stephalitis Hughes, Ray, not so Mysterio Hewson, and myself, Danny, whose surname does not begin with an H, Crane. So, how is everyone?
is that the best nickname you could come up with, Danny? Whose surname does not begin with a H?
I
I
wrote
think you
that
did pretty well
about
on the fly there.
2 minutes before we
Wow.
decided to start recording, so I think it's pretty good.
Danny, the phonics speller Crane. Brilliant.
To answer your question, yeah, I'm doing good, Danny. I'm doing really good.
How are you, Steph?
I've been better. I've been outside today. That's quite nice.
Okay.
What was it like?
I saw the sun. I looked at it, but I looked at it still.
Beautiful,
Okay.
beautiful.
Lovely.
One thing I wanted to do real quick, because we have these theme songs that we've been sitting on for the past 3 years that we never used, never been released publicly.
Oh,
We got leashes to create them. So I thought I could play them, maybe, like a little bit of them. If you want to do that now,
Yeah, I'll be down for that.
yeah.
I
So we'll
thought
do
you
them.
could try and sell them on Cameo for like £2.
Ah, it's interesting you mentioned that. We might come back to that a little bit later on. So I'll hit play on Steph's one first because I think you introduced Steph first. The Dragon Ball theme.
Yeah.
And then that'd be my theme next, I suppose.
I just heard Steph slurping down water and I thought that was your theme.
I'm all right with that. If you there's no lyrics to mine. If you want to rib over it, that's fine.
And there he comes with the Rainmaker!
That works. And my favorite one of all is Danny Crane's one.
Yeah.
Right, sorry, I just wanted to get that out of my system. I think
Yeah,
we've had those
so...
for a while, so I thought it'd be nice to play them real quick. Might edit them out, but whatever.
nah, I'll be alright. Steph, stop fucking around.
Sorry.
Remember, I can see you. You can't see me.
Can you see me? I didn't realise.
Yeah, you're naked right now.
I wish.
Ooh.
Ooh. I took a Skype call from work this morning, and like it was one of those where like I'd woken up like and just put like this jacket on, right? But I
Okay.
just zipped it up, so I was completely bare chested underneath the jacket, and started the Skype call like this. bare chest. But imagine my bare ass chest, right? So
Your bare ass chest. Okay.
bare ass chest.
Just a
Yeah.
big old bum hole in the middle.
Yeah.
Big old
It
pigeon
looks-
chest. Well, that's fair enough. Did you see someone posted that I think it was like Microsoft Teams or something. Someone was fucking around with the like the filters and all that, and they accidentally got stuck as a potato.
I did see
They
that,
just had
yeah.
to do the whole call like that. It was interesting how people have had to adapt to the current climate at the moment. Kind of interesting.
Yes.
Brilliant.
So, isolation's been good for all of you, or?
There's not much of a difference between my normal life, to be honest. It's true though. I walk to work every day, and then I go for a walk for an hour after work. That's pretty much all I leave the house for. So not much difference for me.
All right.
I think it's unusual because yeah, I've actually got my shit together more now than when I was able to go outside freely. I think in terms of exercise, eating at the right time, sleeping at the right times, I feel almost like with the intro to Lost Season 2,
Wow.
guy who's in the hatch team. That's
you
my
do,
routine.
you do look a bit like Desmond right now.
Oh,
That was
that
his
is it.
name.
I'll take
Yeah.
your word for it. I haven't seen it in a long, long time. Yeah, but it's been okay. How about you, Danny?
Yeah, I'm no longer working. I've been furloughed, so I'm having to have a lot of structure to my day. So I do baking. I've made some bread. I've started brewing some ale. I'm going out for a run every day and exercising. I'm reading books and doing audio podcasts.
Multiple.
Yes, I am on other shows that you probably never heard of. Oh, that was my phone. Yeah, it's fine. Continue.
That's cool. I think this is it. I think a lot of people are taking advantage of the fact that we are stuck at home and people are trying to improve themselves, and then there's stuff as well. But
Well, the thing is, at the end of the day, people have been home for a while now, so surely they're going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel with content. So that's where we come in.
and that's why, yeah, if you're listening to this, you have started scraping the barrel. But yeah, I mean, I think it's good that we're doing this now anyway, and kind of hopefully entertain some people and give them some sort of good news and some things to think about that aren't horrible, terrible. Numbers increasing and sombreros and stuff like that. I think it'd be good for us to highlight maybe some the sombrero stuff. You're looking at me like.
Have I missed the sombrero news? Where's that come from?
Sombrero is the name that they give the curve thing. We got a flattened sombrero.
Did Donald Trump name it by any chance? Or
I've always just called it the curve.
Yeah, but I say a lot of people. Trump, he is a lot of people. He's a schizophrenic psychopath.
That would make sense.
Yeah, so it'd be good for us to maybe highlight some things that aren't horrible, things that are actually quite good, and try and cheer some people up maybe. If you guys had any suggestions, things that you wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
News.
All right, who wants to go first then?
About encephalitis.
Yep.
My funny news was something that was already mentioned. That manager that turned herself into a potato.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I think it's the funniest thing.
And this is why we should prepare.
I like not preparing. It goes in with my mise en scène. Anyway, it's brilliant. I've done so many interviews in the last 2 weeks, meetings in the last 2 weeks over like Microsoft Teams, and it's really boring because everyone just sits there. And I'm like, oh, I don't really need to see your face for this. Imagine if you could just turn yourself into anything you like, right? And you just pretend not to know how to get rid of it. So like Ray's looking at me right now, and look, suddenly I'm a dinosaur, Ray. How about that? And you just have to live there.
It's so
as you listeners can see right now, Steph is in fact a dinosaur.
Yeah, it's not a visual thing, but Anyway,
I think it's a good point though, because like I can't pull that off in an IT role. People like, Ray, you know how to do this. Don't be silly. I can't get away with it. You have enough of a distance from it, even though you're still quite IT savvy to say that. Oh, I don't know what's happened.
My favorite part of the whole isolation thing and everyone having to work from home is just the complete failures that people have managed to get themselves in whilst remotely operating webcams and things like that. So the people that have answered the webcams, bollock naked, or that lady that went to the toilet halfway through a meeting and just, if you've not seen that, it's hysterical. It's brilliant. It's good. Keep it up, people.
It's bad. I think when people in that video start seeing what she's doing, and
Yeah.
then just no, but no one looks away. That's the worst.
Can't
thing.
look away. It's like a crash. It's gonna happen.
It is. You're watching a career car crash. It's beautiful. But yeah.
That
How
the
about you, Danny?
guy that pretended that he was on the tube going to work in his he like put a post on Twitter that was like got to keep into a routine, and so he dressed as if he was
Oh,
going
he's
to
in the shower, yeah.
his bathroom, head on shower rail.
Yeah, fully dressed. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
That guy, he was my hero. Anyway, how about you, Dan? Never called you Dan in my life. Don't know why I did that.
So yeah, I spent a while looking up news. I did try to see if there was any recent Florida man stories, but they were all depressingly related to the current situation, so I avoided those. And it goes. Then I think we're going to revisit something that people may remember from previous news, not that we've done, possibly that we've done, but Pablo Escobar's hippos. They've been in the news again recently.
Again?
All right, do you know the story about this?
Are these related to the Llandudno goats that
No. So yeah, apparently Pablo Escobar had like 4 hippos, right? And like before he got taken down, they got like released into the jungles of Colombia and have been terrorizing the local wildlife as like an invasive species. And they've since gone on to become like 80 hippos. And yeah, so they're a dangerous invasive species, but some positive news about them came up recently, apparently. There was a single study done by a man called John Rowan, and he's found that they actually fill in a biological niche similar to extinct things like giant sloths that used to live in that area or giant llamas. They eat like a similar amount of plant mass, a kind of semi-aquatic animals. So they are, and even apparently their poo is important for fishery restocking or something like that. What was it? Fishery production. So yeah, that was kind of a weird piece of news I found.
you never
You
too
wish
far
your
away
poo
from
was
a piece of
important.
like,
What was that stuff?
never too far away from a piece of fecal, is he? Yeah.
I think if he was told his legacy would be hippos, I'm not sure he'd be too pleased with that.
Oh yeah, that would be funny. Like, and especially if they kind of, I don't know, like were able to crossbreed with something, and it could be the Escobar hippo llama. What do you reckon a hippo would be able to crossbreed with successfully?
You could create the Escabadger.
Oh, you imagine the temper on that thing, a badger and a hippo.
I mean, I'm still thinking about the physics of how it works, the
Like,
biology of it.
I think
That'd
you
be
could use
useful.
hippos to like solve current problems, like keeping people in. You imagine, right? You release 2 hippos into a city centre, right? You are not going to go out, even if you are like 3 miles away from that, just the off chance that there could be a hippo in your neighborhood. And then you will only go out for emergencies. You're like, fuck, I really need some food. Okay, I'll brave the hippos.
That would really sort of. Oh, good.
And yeah, you probably only send out like the strongest people that would, in theory, be able to. Yeah, it's a weird theory. Anyway, continue.
I'm looking at a hippo right now, and I think the only thing that's missing is like a big, like, giant tortoise shell on its back.
Oh yeah, that would be.
Two cannons sticking out.
Yeah, yeah, proper Blastoise.
Blastoise. I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
big.
kind of like go and get food or become food.
Yeah.
People aren't going to be hoarding massive rolls of toilet paper or loads of tin cans because they've got to manage their weight.
Yeah, it's hippo justice, mate. Hippo justice.
Why is their mouth so big but their ears so tiny?
I would definitely watch Potamus PD if that was a TV show. But I don't know why their ears are so small. Steph, why are your ears so small?
Why are my ears so small? They're not. It's just my hair's like growing around them to make them look miniature.
Like that meme of Homer disappearing back into the hedge.
Yeah. But a lot of my large features are saved for my nose, so it's fine.
I know the feeling, mate. I know the feeling. Can appreciate a large nosed man. Human horn. Yeah, I wanted to drop a few bits of I'd say cheerful or at least unusual news that that have been going on since this whole thing started. I think we've managed to avoid saying the name of it, and I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yeah, it's Voldemort right now, isn't it?
It is. It is. We'll call it Voldemort for now. That works.
Okay.
Which breaks the rule of Voldemort, but that's fine. So, a couple of things I wanted to note. One of them was from an article on Kotaku about a guy who managed to combine Super Smash Brothers and a taser.
What?
He
What?
decided he had some sort of engineering chops, obviously, but he managed to merge them together. So I think whenever someone used Pikachu's electric attack on you, it would
Okay.
actually shock you.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That people have far too much time and too much talent, I think, locked at home right now. But I think that's awesome.
So
Can you
like,
incorporate that into other games?
Well,
what
you
if
could.
Mario throws a fireball? Do you just spontaneously combust?
A little Zippo just hits you on
I
the
think
bottom of
that's
your
how
hand.
down you went with it. I went, if fucking Squirtle blast you some water, would I have to come around with like a water pistol or something like that and just soak you?
I think the idea is automated. It's built into this controller, so you could imagine if you had all the elements in this bulky controller, it
Oh,
probably
like
look better than the N64 one.
I feel like Stephen Hawking's wheelchair in The Simpsons.
Oh yeah, it has the kind of, what was it, the boxing glove
Yeah,
and the jets.
propeller things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is beautiful. That's beautiful. But I thought that was an interesting bit of someone who sort of left stuck at home and they just picked up two random things in their house and like a mini game, they tried to craft them into into one, like playing that Doodle God game, just like constantly. I thought it was quite beautiful as one point.
Have you seen the guy that made a Pac-Man sock puppet from his hand and was like eating cars as they were going by? If
I
you
have,
have,
yeah.
It, though, I think creativity is at an all-time high at the moment, but there's a lot of unoriginal crap as well. Like, how do you guys feel about the challenges, like the something challenge that's been going around?
It's inevitable. I mean, it's the thing is, if it's kind of taking people's mind off it, it's a good thing. But at the same time, yeah, it's trash.
it's trash.
I think
Trash.
not all of them are started with the best intentions. I think some of them are definitely marketing tools, but the ones that aren't are quite nice. Steph, is that a bottle of Febreze in the background that you got?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
What's wrong with the bullet for breathe?
Nothing. I'm commenting it's a good thing. I'm glad that you're looking after the smell in your house because you do have quite a must about you.
I've got some salt here as well.
Keep away from
Keep the slugs away.
Slugs away, yeah. You know.
Fair enough.
I can smell
So yeah. Anyway,
keep the slugs away. What's wrong? What's wrong with that?
this the second point I wanted to bring up was it's more like quite a few things in one. It's kind of companies and organizations being bros, kind of looking out for people. Number one is Pornhub giving away Pornhub Premium for free, and they've rebranded themselves Stay Home Hub for now
Oh, that's sweet.
to flatten the curve themselves. So that's quite beautiful, and they do a lot of campaigns like that. So they have a on it social team.
Yeah,
What
my
is-
favorite.
Who wants?
What is the difference between Pornhub normal and Pornhub premium? Fuck.
Production values, mate. Production values.
Yeah. Or access to the other sites. There's loads of other affiliate sites that you gain access to as well. As well as 4K video, I think VR video.
Yeah, it's a good one for you,
Right.
Steph. It's called Cornhub.
Just a collection of meek anorexic vegetarians.
At least you can't smell through the video because it would smell fucking awful. Musty corn farts. But there's also places like doing virtual museum tours, virtual zoo tours, like Chester Zoo does one scheduled. So you
Okay.
can go around the zoo, which is quite cool. Good for like kids and all that. The Ford Theatre in Washington, Japan's Nagoya City Art Museum, stuff like that. I think it's quite cool that a lot of people are doing this.
Why did you say Japan? Like you're Alex Ferguson.
I picked up on that as well. I'm not gonna lie. Say it again.
Japan.
No, that's wrong. You said it wrong.
Japan?
Japan.
You said Japan.
Oh, is it? Oh, the old Street Fighter games. You pick someone from Japan when you selected them. It's like blah blah blah, Japan.
Yes, correct.
But I thought that some of these were quite cool. Like Fender are giving free guitar lesson videos and
That's
stuff
cool.
like that. So I think it's quite cool that people are jumping on board to help people who are, stuck at home. It's
Yeah.
kind of a cool thing. But the virtual zoo is really cool. It's actually quite cool.
That's cool.
I noticed Weatherspoons didn't make a list of nice people, right?
They didn't. Do you want to explain why not?
Stop playing with that first, and then we'll continue.
Because they're cunts. That's some of
Yeah.
them. Yeah. That guy's a cunt. And Mike Ashley. So am I not allowed to say that word anymore, right? Sorry.
Yeah, you can't say Mike Ashley, mate.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I don't know, like Weatherspoons is kind of my Disneyland. It's like the happiest place on earth for me, and I don't want to go back there. It's true. I love Weatherspoons.
If you
Weatherspoons is your Disneyland.
Yeah.
Are you part of the fucking 9 a.m. crew?
No, mate. But basically, if I was like, what was it, Michael Jordan, who said I'm going to Disneyland, I'd be like, no, I'm going to Weatherspoons. That'd have been my moment. But not anymore. No.
If you want American pancakes with maple syrup at 8 something in the morning, that is the place for it. It's beautiful.
Ah, mate, I got Denny's now.
Oh, Denny's is beautiful. Yeah, that was lovely when
Hey,
you took me there.
Sick boy now, right? We can't,
Hello, city boy. Do you appreciate that one?
Yes.
That was something.
That was something. Yeah, speaking of Disneyland, though, there's a parody Twitter account called Disneyland to Go, which is definitely something worth following. It's just a basic parody account, but some of the stuff they've been putting out has been absolutely awesome.
Okay.
In times of crisis like this, nothing like parody accounts to keep you going.
False news.
False news is the best news. It's news that you know is false to start with. You're accepting it. It's like reading the sun. But yeah. So, any more news, guys, from yourselves?
Yeah, I got a quick piece of finishing news. So, another positive one. So, a medical fetish company called MedFet UK have donated their entire stock of disposable scrubs to the NHS.
That's sweet.
So, are they proper? They're proper scrubs, are they? They're not ones with like dick
Yeah.
holes and stuff like that.
I'd hope not. But yeah, no. Apparently, they didn't have a massive stock, but the NHS were that desperate that I think they almost headhunted this company, and they were like, "Yeah, you can have them." So that's quite a nice little whimsical story.
I like that. We don't have massive stock, but the stock we have is massive.
Do you know like aprons, like novelty aprons you get where you've got like a naked lady or a naked man on it?
Oh yeah.
Just imagine like the scrubs, just like that. You're being treated for something, and just some man comes in.
He's gone. He's got. Oh, hope you don't fall. Hope you don't fall. Bear in mind, he's sitting on the floor. He could still manage to fall somehow. But maybe this is a good time. Now Danny's brought up the medical industry. Maybe say a quick thank you if anyone who's watching is involved in the NHS or any sort of service industry or anything like that that's still open.
Yeah, it's a lot of respect for you right now because you are taking a massive risk.
Yeah, that's absolutely bonkers. And I'm glad that I'm not in hospital, but I can imagine the people there really don't want to be either, but they're working. Respect that. It's pretty bloody cool. And we've just missed the applause thing. That was a bit earlier on, wasn't it?
Well, I clapped for the applause, but yeah, we actually started later because of it. Just to let you guys know.
Sorry, no, you clapped for the applause.
I clapped for the applause.
You applaud the applause.
Is that the new campaign now? Thanking the thankers. Yeah.
Well, you create a bit of an echo then because they start and then you start and then it just keeps going because if everyone then applauses the applause, it just never ends.
It's a constant sound.
Keeps people in their houses.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But
yeah, they've been awesome. So anyone involved in those industries, whether they're stocking shelves at supermarkets, whether they're working in any form of medical industry at the moment, or waste disposal, anything like that as well. The police, awesome that they're still going. It's quite cool. Anything to add?
No, just well done, guys. And yeah,
Thank you. You're going to give me applause now.
yeah, and then you give me the applause, the applause.
There we go. I feel like we're mocking what is genuinely a nice gesture.
Yeah, no, yeah, it probably doesn't come off very nice. We're not being malicious, I swear.
We're not malicious.
We're not.
Um,
I did.
So yeah, this whole podcast thing, it's like structured differently now, isn't it? So Danny, do you want to introduce our newest segment?
Yeah, so our new segment is Spotifried. So we've each picked 4 tracks to put into a playlist, which will appear on Spotify at some point for you to follow and listen to tonight. And yeah, basically we've got a theme. So for this first theme, I thought an appropriate thing would be Desert Island Discs, which Steph didn't know what it meant when I explained it to him, despite the fact he actually listens to Radio 4, the only one who listens to Radio 4. And I hope he just didn't pick 4 songs about desert islands.
I told you earlier
I kind of do.
at one point where I thought we were going with it, which I was happy it wasn't. I don't know. I've heard of Desert Island Discs. I've just never listened to it. It doesn't sound good.
Well, now
That's
you're part
ringing
of it.
endorsement for our new segment.
It's just, I read something about it. Like, you're meant to take a book in with you as well. I mean, you don't want to read one book, do you?
Just the discs, Steph. I could be an audio book if you want. It's discs.
Yeah. So I guess we could go around, because it's 4 each that we've chosen, that we're going to compile this playlist. Some of them, people to listen to throughout the day, throughout the week, whatever. So, Steph, do you want to start us off with your first track?
Because I didn't know if there was meant to be songs about an island or not. The first song I came up with was...
Please say it's from the film The Island. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Well, that is TLC, so that's... Is it TLC?
Yeah, that is. That. Yeah.
Wow, that'll be really on point. Can I change my stats? My first one is "This Could Be Anywhere in the World" by Alexis on Fire, because that's the closest thing I could come up with with an island.
Okay, can you explain the song a bit, or
it's a shout with vocal hooks? It's very good. It starts with a drum beat that goes dun dun.
So is it a joke?
It's not a joke. No.
Oh, you got defensive.
It's like it's just a good song, Danny. I don't think I ever played it for you because it's very emo-y and you wouldn't like it, and you'd call me like a emo kid or something like that. But it's my Desert Island
endorsement.
That sounds like something I'd do, yeah.
Danny, what's your first one?
My first one is something that you can make fun of me for. It's called "Comfort Zone" by a band called the Murlocs. And Steph will hate me for this because it's signed to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizards label.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
So the way I'd describe it is it reminds me of kind of like 90s sitcom music, or like but like a really kind of breezy kind of daytime, just kind of relaxing, almost like Cheers, but like in a dark alternate universe. So like if you were like watching, internet dimensional cable from Rick and Morty, that's what the sitcom music would sound like.
Okay.
So it's a bit sinister, but yeah.
I just Googled these people. They do they look like they've only ever owned one car between them.
Oh,
that's us 3, you knob.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's a good start.
What about you, Ray?
I'm just making a note. My first one is like the obvious one. I think I mentioned this so much recently. Is 2112 by Rush, the extended overture version.
Yeah,
that is an experience of a song.
You're stuck on an island.
Salvation if you're trapped on desert island before that song finishes. But I love it. Like the main hook of it is actually really, really good.
Yeah.
Best example of that is putting it into one of those games that makes like a racetrack based on your song.
Oh yeah, I love that game.
It's like doing the bloody Le Mans when you're trying to drive because it makes the longest fucking track. But it's such a good song overall when you just sit and actually listen to it. That was my first choice.
Oh, nice.
What is your second?
How long is it? Is it just is it that entire album?
No, it's actually a full song. It's got like a story to it. Like if you have there's little interstitch bits that make it like a song of Apocalypse. And
that's what you want. Brilliant. Cool. Mine's DC Sound Attack by Clutch, Ray. Clutch.
Oh,
Clutch.
Just hearing that, it just sounds
Hey,
oily and
that
gross.
song's brilliant, right?
Crotch.
I think we'll all be living on different islands, mate. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
I think this. I think this is going to be an actual good mix of tracks. I think that's kind of interesting for people to listen to. They should definitely check it out.
There's
Okay.
easier stuff in it. And it's got Neil Fallon's voice, and it'll cause like an earthquake because it's deep. I don't know how it works, but there we go.
Okay, so is it a volcanic island now, Steph, as well, or
Yeah, why not? I thought we were on like the Crash Bandicoot island,
the Wumpa
the,
Island?
the Wumper Islands, yeah. Like all three of us on different islands.
I believe that's a Crown territory, isn't it? The Wumpa Islands.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
As long as it's not Epstein's Island, I'm happy.
Oh,
Oh.
Bringing that back up. Everyone's forgotten about that. But yeah, anyway, that's
Do you know
cool.
what I haven't forgotten about? Epstein didn't kill himself, right?
moving swiftly onwards.
This isn't you. I got to keep
What's
it
the
up.
next one?
Okay, so my second one is Tropicalia by Beck.
Love
And
that Beck song.
oh, fuck off.
Do you know what?
So
Carry on.
continue.
I was just going to say I haven't heard any of these other than the ones obviously I've put up, so I'm actually quite interested to hear this playlist.
Yeah. So Tropicalia by Beck. It very much sounds like the name. It's got that. It's got some kind of horns, very relaxed tone, and some weird noises because it's Beck. So I'm pretty certain at some point he's probably got like a washboard or just wiping like a piece of metal to make noises.
Are you just referencing Futurama with Beck's appearance?
But that's a very accurate description of Beck's music.
Following Steph's head now.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I've noted that down.
Okay.
So my next one is by Sublime, and it's Wrong Way.
Okay, that's a very good song for it. Yeah.
I think it's upbeat, even though it's got some pretty sad lyrics, but it's got some funny stuff as well. And I think it's one of those ones where an upbeat sound can make anything sound positive, almost like pumped up kicks or something, kind of.
Oh yeah.
But she doesn't lyrics, but it's such a good song. It's just, in my opinion, it just cheers me up, even though it's not necessarily the nicest things. But
Yeah.
but that'd be my number 2. Got a problem with it?
You hear that song in ages.
It's so good, man, and you're going to listen to it when you play on the playlist.
Oh.
Yeah, Steph, what's your next one?
So yeah, never mind. What's my next one? It's a good question. Because
Another page.
I've written this for some reason. I've written it on the same piece of paper I wrote the quiz on the other day. Now I can't fucking find anything anymore.
That was a fun quiz. We should record that next time.
It was, yeah, there we go. My third choice, right, is Burn After Writing by the Menzingers, because you need a lot of bit of like Americana singing every now and again, right? Because I always pictured, because I don't know anything about Desert Island Discs, I just imagined I was going to be like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean when he was stuck on the island with some rum. And I was like, what song would I like to sing when I'm drunk? It's called Burn After Writing by the Menzingers. It's lots of fun.
Yeah?
That's basically what happened. I didn't really know what to do, so I just chose songs I'd like to get drunk to.
I don't
That's
think that's
fair.
far off what the concept is, really. Yeah. How about you, Danny? What's your next one?
My third song is Pacific Ocean Blues by Dennis Wilson of Beach Boys fame. So he was the drummer in the Beach Boys, and at one point was considered the least talented member. And then he wrote this sick album, which this song is on, and I believe this album's called Pacific Ocean Blues. And his voice is just so husky, it's funky, and yeah, the sad thing is, not long after this, he did take his own life. But it's a good song.
Did Charles
Okay.
Manson write this album?
No, Charles Manson did not write this album.
Or is
But
it
yeah,
just...
he did have a relationship with the Beastie Boys, the Beach Boys. But yeah,
Okay.
it's a very strong song.
I should be turning my phone off. There might be a message about that later. All right, so my one's next, isn't it? So
Yeah.
mine is by The Offspring, and it's a song that like it's synonymous with my childhood when I was younger, kind of listening to this, and not much else really. It was No Breaks. which I think
Okay.
is on the Americana album.
I listened to that a few months ago. It was a good album.
It is, but No Breaks is again, it's a really high tempo song, but yeah, it sort of captures their intensity, their sort of angst stuff as well. But I think it's good personally.
Okay.
It's my choice. Stefano.
Sorry, I just had to go on my iTunes and try to find that song. I've given it 3 out of 5 on iTunes.
You have. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, not high praise for this fucking playlist.
I can't remember what that song sounds like.
That's fine. It's fine. Yeah,
My final one is The Wolf by Rancid. Yeah. Yeah.
What's that like?
Brilliant.
yeah.
Yeah. It's pop punk at its finest with a bit of ska in there, a bit of screaming, a bit of shouting, a bit of Rancid in there. So there's like lots of pop melodies and, you know, there's like Tim Armstrong just like, his dog and all things like that. It's brilliant.
Isn't that the guy from South Park?
I thought you would do an impression of Val Kilmer, to be honest, but
Oh, too soon.
sorry. Okay, that's a good. I've added that to the list, and then Danny, your final one.
My final one is the quintessential Sunny song, Sunny Afternoon by the Kinks. There's no song I love to drink more to in the sun than that. I was listening to it while sitting on my porch the other day, drinking beers in the sun, getting loads of weird looks, and I was having the time of my fucking life.
There's nothing wrong with that. You're a very literal man.
Yeah.
Songs you choose. Oh, that's good. I like that. I think that is a good song. You hear it used a lot in films and TV shows with covers and stuff to make it far more sinister than it is.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good track.
But the original, nah, it's a banger.
A banger.
A banger.
Fair enough. And then my final one is also, in my opinion, a banger. It's Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba. It's, mate, try listening to that with that fucking smile on your face. That is a beautiful song.
Well, me and Danny were going to watch. Fuck, Danny, where were we going?
Where?
To London. What band we were going to see? Your
We
band.
went to see The Who. Oh, no, when we went to see Pond.
Pond, yeah. Do you remember that fucking guy was trying to think up slogans on the seat behind us?
Oh, yeah.
And one of his slogans was like, "How about this? We get knocked down, but we get up again."
It was a man crashing and burning because he clearly like met the woman he was sitting by on the internet, and they were both going to the same protest, and he was like really intense, really trying to get involved in like being like cool for this protest, and she was just like, yeah,
Yeah. Sound.
It was the most awkward interaction I have ever kind of experienced.
And he just acted like he invented Tub Thumping by
Yeah,
Chumbawamba.
like he was coming up with slogans, but all his slogans were like to the tunes of different things. I can't remember any of them except for "I get up down, I get up again," because that was the point where I just couldn't take anymore.
He's just like, washing machines last longer with Calgon. It's genius.
I couldn't take any more of that stuff. I'd had like a hangover and not much sleep, and I was done at that stage. I just put my headphones in and made myself go to sleep.
So that concludes our first playlist, I think. Is that all of us? I think
Yeah.
So that's our first playlist, which you can find on Spotify if you search for Tables, Lads and Chairs. I don't know if we need to... Should we name it after an episode? Should we give these episodes names instead of random titles like we used to?
Okay, well, what's this one going to be named? Should we like...
We'll look... If people see what the title is, search for that on Spotify. They'll find the playlist by Tables, Lads and Chairs as a user on Spotify. But give it a listen. It'll be something to cheer you up. It's got some different melodies and different tracks in there and some stories to go with it. So I think that'd be a good thing. But that is the first
episode. Spotifried, it's called.
Of Spotifried. Yeah.
What's the episode? What's the thing called?
Spotifried.
Oh, it is Spotifried. Good.
Yeah. Spotifried. So it's probably been used before, but I think that's pretty much that with those. Yeah, I can add those.
All right, then I have been... No, I won't go first. All right. They have been Ray and Steph, and I have been me, Danny.
So you can't say goodbye and just like leave me and Ray in this infinite loop of like...
The end.
The end. Well, yeah, that's cool. stick around after the end for some additional content. Some very unusual content. So yeah.
Just sounds like you're going to get your dick out and start swinging it. It's because you gave it like a little nod that no one else can see.
It's not unusual.
Windmill time.
But yeah, Danny's right. It's the end of the episode. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.